Yeah, we're here in Vegas. They give us the hard jobs. It's KRBE, Kevin Quinn, and Special K live backstage at the BBMAs, and we're talking to Cameron Dallas. How you doing?
What's up, y'all? I'm doing great.
Yeah,
we
love following everything that you're doing. You said you just got here.
Yeah.
And you're keeping it low key.
Very low key
so far.
Yeah. I don't want to look tired and stuff. You know?
No, and you don't. You got the messy but sophisticated look going on with the hair.
Yeah, I just got a haircut.
Did you?
So long, yeah, it was down to like my lips, just all around.
Oh.
Like a mop.
Looks like it's easy to style. Very easy to.
Well, now that I got it cut, it hasn't been this short in forever. So
Do you go to the same person? Do you trust one guy or one stylist with your hair, or do you just go like?
I really let anybody cut my hair.
Yeah,
I'll just be like, do whatever you want.
I'm the same way.
I don't know what you want.
Rolling the dice.
His partner cuts his hair, like right.
Yeah, he's licensed.
He's a stylist.
He's actually a barber?
He's a licensed
that's
cosmetologist.
And it
mom used to cut my
does
hair in
great
high school.
stuff.
I used to cut my own hair.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never understood how you could actually do that and like keep it even and do a fade and.
I don't know. I had like the long swooshy hair, so like when the curls got too long, I just chopped them.
Yeah, I just gave it a little snip.
Yeah.
So you are working the new track. Why haven't I met you?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about the impetus of this song. You know, where did you draw this from?
This one I wrote it 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And yeah, it was like one of my first sessions with my friend Simon Says, one of the first producers I worked with too. And we were like one-on-one. I just got back from tour, and we're kind of just talking about how like these relationships that I'm like building are very temporary because I'm traveling so much.
Yes.
And I don't get to like stay in one spot to get to know people. And it just made me think about how I don't have a relationship, and I haven't since my junior year. And I was like, kind of sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Doing all this stuff without it. I don't know. Why haven't I met you? But we put it out, and it's cool. It feels great. I got another song that's like the complete opposite vibe, which I'm really stoked about. It's not like all like sad and stuff. It's called Secrets, and that should be like June 24th.
So what's drawing you into the musical side of your career? Like you're really passionate about this, obviously, and you're enjoying making your art. What sort of attracted you to or had you gravitate toward music?
Just the creative space it has. I can just go in. I can work on production with someone. They could teach me like, I like learning too. So like, they could teach me all about production, how to even do it, how to even go on Ableton and make a beat.
Yeah.
And then
It's fulfilling. It's really satisfying.
It's so good.
Right?
I love it.
And
like,
plus all the toys. The gear is what I get off on.
gear.
All the equipment
Do
and stuff
you
behind
produce?
it. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, just part time and like hobby in
Oh,
my
yeah.
house. Yeah.
Have you ever
But
thought about being a DJ?
He spins.
I do.
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
I would love to hear you spin. That'd be
Oh
sick.
man, that's awesome.
Both of us spin. I spin for the station. He does a lot of stuff out at the clubs and.
Private events
What
and things like
clubs?
that. Yeah. Places in Houston. Yeah. Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Houston,
yeah.
I've never been
Texas.
to any clubs in Houston.
You haven't?
Never.
Oh, we need to get you
There's
out
some
there.
cool
I need to
Last
get
time
rowdy.
I was there, I was like 18.
Really?
Yeah, 19.
There's some really cool outdoor clubs, you know, because it's nice most of the
hot.
year. Yeah, I mean,
It's hot and muggy.
it is hot, but
Most of
during
the
the winter and the fall, it's decent.
Have you guys been to
3
Shreveport?
weeks. Shreveport?
Yeah.
I've driven
Yes.
through it.
Yes.
Okay. So I spent a lot of time there, and I know Dallas is like 2 hours away. I don't know how far Dallas and Houston is.
So
It's about, what, a 4.5,
Yes.
5 hour drive?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit farther.
It is. It's a little bit of a hike. And there's a little bit of a rivalry between Dallas
Definitely.
and Houston.
No.
Like, yeah, just because the cities have kind of a different aesthetic in terms of the way the residents view
And
the opposite.
You guys grew up in Houston?
I grew up in Florida.
And I grew
Florida.
up outside of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. What drew
Yeah.
you guys to Houston?
So we both work for an amazing radio station. We work for KRBE, and
Right.
it's one of those things when you get called up to a big station like that.
I didn't go there for radio. I wanted to drive cruise ships, so I moved to Texas
way.
to learn how
Did
to
you
drive.
ever get to do it?
Oh yeah, I did. Not
You
a
drove
cruise,
cruise
not a
ships?
cruise ship, but I drove.
He was in the Merchant Marine. He did the whole thing.
I drove a
The what?
ship, the merchant marine. Those are the people who drive cruise ships, oil ships, tankers, all the
All those
massive
big-ass
ships.
ships with
Yes.
the,
show him your necklace.
the metal.
Well, I mean, I always keep my anchors on me still, but there's an actual career path
That's
that
sick.
you can become a captain of, a cruise ship and just ride
Oh
in
my
luxury
God,
for the
yeah.
rest of your
That'd be
life.
so fun.
And it's a six-figure job, and it's really cushy and it's nice. However, most of
Yeah.
the big cruise lines only hire like Norwegian dudes or
Yeah.
Italian dudes.
Why is that?
That's where those companies are
Yeah.
based.
Oh.
Like yeah.
The ships are
Alright.
made there. The company was born there, so it's a bunch of Norwegians and Italians driving all these ships
I
around.
just seen a video on World Star, I think, of a cruise ship and it was like rocking hard, and literally,
Oh, all
someone
the
was
stuff's
videotaping.
moving? Yeah.
That was
It's flying down piano there, and they just,
yeah.
and it goes like, and then people are falling left and right, and they're trying to hold on to stuff.
Was that the one where they were rescuing people with the helicopter?
I don't know, but I'd imagine they always try to rescue.
There's a
them with the
lot of
helicopter.
videos like that. I mean, most of the time those boats are big
must take
enough, and they've
forever,
got a
too.
lot of sophisticated weather equipment, so they can usually sail around any
And know when
major
that-
weather.
Yeah.
But
Unless
not
it
all the
comes down
time.
on 'em.
So sometimes
No, the
it's-
captain made a mistake on that ship that you're talking about. I'm pretty sure that was the Viking ship, and they were lifting people off of that ship with the helicopter. But finally, the seas calmed because the engine died. And
Do you
so
think you'll ever go back to try and become a cruise ship?
it's too much. You have to go through like a military kind of schooling where you wear uniform and you have to go to formation every single morning. That wasn't
don't like
working
it?
for me.
Yeah.
No, I like to smoke weed, and they did not like that.
There you go.
So
I used to want to be a veterinarian, and then I realized how much school you had to do.
Right.
Like
It's a big
outside of
commitment.
high school, and I was like,
Yeah.
No.
And plus, I'm queer, and those military kind of dudes did not like
Yeah,
that
like,
shit.
You need to be in a business where people have an open mind.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
They don't drug test, and they don't mind who you're
Banging.
having sex with.
Okay. So, I want to get back to your music. This is
Yeah.
all about you.
So we had Why Haven't I Met You?
He needs to do this for a living.
I think
he needs
you
to do
do.
radio
You're
for
really
a living.
good.
Although, yeah.
I actually almost became one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought about it, and like I was going through it with it was Ryan Seacrest's team, and it was at like Kiss FM or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
I
yeah.
don't know what the whole
Legendary
thing is.
Los Angeles radio station. Yeah.
But like I was like working on it. It was through iHeart, and I ended up just not doing it. I was like, maybe I could go back to it. But
I think at your level now, you could probably do anything that you wanted to.
it's kind of like a podcast too, you know?
It is. It is. It's
similar?
very. All this is, and people make it harder than it is. It's just communicating. And when you don't have one of these in your hand, it's people do it naturally. We all know how to talk to other people,
Yeah.
unless you're like got super anxiety and you're super shy. Most of
Right.
us can communicate to each other, and it's more about listening than it is talking, right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
I feel like for me, what the biggest thing for me is like I wanted my music to play on the radio stations, and I didn't want to be the radio host.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 24 and I'm not like as young, I'm a little like wiser to be like, oh, I could do both.
you could,
Like
you could,
it's a cool gig.
yeah.
You could play your own music.
I could play
We're
my
gonna
own music,
go
that'd be
ahead and
sick.
play my track now, guys.
Again,
I wish,
Again.
yo.
Okay, man.
What do you do for fun in your spare time? Like how do you let loose?
I definitely like to party, but I spend a lot of time with my dog, and he loves swimming.
What kind of dog do you
Loves
have?
it. English cream retriever,
Ah,
and he's a year and a half years old. He's a year and a half.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Probably wild.
And then my sister's pregnant. She's about to pop. She's due May 10th.
So you're gonna be an uncle.
I'm gonna be an uncle, and it's the first baby in the family. So
Oh,
we're really
man.
excited.
I bet everybody's
Yeah.
just all crazy about that. Really excited.
Oh,
Are there
she
grandparents
loves
and
it.
everything
She's-
like just
Yeah.
chomping at the bit?
Our grandma is really excited, but my mom is so stoked. My sister too. My sister's gonna be so good to this kid. Like,
One of the things about like I'm sure your mom's pretty young, right? And so like when the first grandbaby comes into the picture, there's always the question of what are we going to call grandma? What are we going to call mom?
Is
right?
it
What does she wanna be
mom,
called?
Grammy?
Yeah, what does she want to be called? She's got to go
Mimi?
through that. It's like agony, soul searching.
I forget.
Like,
Because usually
no, she wants to be called something. I forget.
but
what
she's
it
got
is.
she's
Am I-
picked it out, right? It's like
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you. I'll get back to you guys on that. well, I mean, we're gonna find out in like a couple.
slide into
Yeah.
our DMs, let us know,
Hell
and
yeah.
we'll refresh our audience.
Yeah,
on
let's
it.
rock.
Man, thank you
Uh,
so much for taking time
yeah,
with us
thanks for
today.
having me.
I
Yeah.
greatly
Right on.
appreciate it. Let's work that single, guys, and then the second one
haven't I
coming
met?
out too.
Secrets, yeah. That
Cool,
one's
man.
gonna be really good. I think you guys are gonna like that one.
Cam, appreciate you
Thank
taking
you.
some time backstage at the BBMAs to talk to us. It's been a pleasure.